This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Matters. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.
The topic today makes me think of that time of our lives when you have multiple losses. Like you lose your job, you lose your business, you lose clients, somebody you love dies, maybe you're in a relationship, you're left. And that can leave you feeling so doubtful of yourself, like feeling unlucky, feeling like you're doomed to fail for the rest of your life. So today you want to help us figure out how to overcome self-doubt in those times.
Yes, or a problem that won't go away, a problem that is nagging and persistent.
Like a health issue can be so draining.
Problematic and prolonging.
Yeah.
It makes you feel powerless. It's not responding to anything that you're doing. Also, financial struggle, just money, not the job, not working, the business not standing up.
Yeah.
A pressing problem, or having to go through college or studies preparation with no support, with very low minimal support, uncertainty, anxiety. And more commonly nowadays, when you're ready for marriage and you can't find who to marry.
Preach.
You took your time to prepare and you thought you have earned.
Yes.
You've done, you've paid the price.
Gee.
You know, you have dealt on your desperation. A 25-year-old telling me, I feel desperate. Oh, my friends, I'm married. I feel like I'm late. 25. And the pressure from all over. There's a guy we have never met. We talked online. He wants to marry me. I think just because of the situation, I'll just marry him. And even if I don't marry, I'll just stay there. Nonsense. 25 already very desperate.
Yeah.
and today I want to tell you that situation is painful and you feel it on your nervous system. It is lodged in your life like a continuous threat, and your instinct for survival knows this is bad.
Yeah.
I don't know how to face tomorrow. When you're taking this meal and you don't know where the next one will come from.
Yeah.
And those will come from the mayhem of poverty, chaos. You envision a life where you actually have a life. But to break between here and there,
It's a puzzle.
it's like swimming in the midst of crocodiles. You envision a life where you have dignity, you have stability, income, you have family, you have peace.
Yeah.
You envision that. I was once there and I know what that means.
Yeah.
You just try to build it in your head.
Yeah.
But the chaos in front of you does not even allow you to pause as much as to sleep. People think poverty is just luck. You are chased down.
Yeah.
You are not allowed as much space as to think and create. When you see kids sleeping in school, in class, that's the only place where there's peace.
Yeah.
Many of them, that's the only place where nobody's running after them. They don't hear the shouts of the oppressor.
Yeah.
The breaking of glass, the banging of things, the shoutings, the anxiety. And many of them is not just, I realize, not just financial deprivation. Many people have the finances in place. You can see decent houses. They can even afford good, decent schools. They can afford good clothes. You see them driving around in cars and you think they're in peace. The chaos there. And this person is envisioning the time they will have life. So we're talking about that. That which, if you let it, it will drown you away.
Yeah.
Just imagine hanging somewhere and the river is trying to carry you away. And you're hanging and you're getting tired. Sometimes life feels that way, even when you have not done anything to invite it. Sometimes you know these are consequences. One artist cracked people up. But see, the problems I'm going through now, I brought them on myself. Pray for me.
Yeah.
So these guys who like to make news, but just marrying the trending women. I don't know why men like that, but they pick trending women, which are usually very toxic people.
Yeah.
Now you marry that one. You want to wife her. You want to make
Tame
her to
her.
They try to tame wild women. And these women are full of charm. So many people are salivating after her charms. So you think she's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know? And they like people who have a swag, even maybe video vixen, because on the video she is all this.
Yeah.
Or she's an artist and in the screens. Or she socializes TikTok or something. And she has this aura of everybody wants her. You know, that's what you see.
Yeah.
That's what you see. When you bring her to your space and there are no cameras, you'll deal with the real person, not the persona.
Yeah.
So this guy had gone all the way to marry that kind of a woman. He was saying, the problems I have now, I brought them on myself.
Pray for me. Yeah.
You know? And we're discussing what can you do when the situation is not responding, but you have to face tomorrow. And I'll tell you some of the things that I've applied and I've seen a lot of people use that have helped us, that have been proven. Endurance. Some of my first readings, one of the book I read on repeat was called The Problem of Pain by C.S. Lewis. Just explaining what to do when pain is a persistent, it's a screaming, you know, pain screams.
Yeah.
It screams for attention.
Yeah.
One specialist of health told us that you're not supposed to feel the parts of your body. Yeah. You're not supposed to be knowing my second premolar on the upper. He said, if I tell you right now, check your right ear, you should struggle a little bit to remember which one is the right ear because it is not screaming.
Oh, yes.
Check your left toe. He said, if I mention like that random, because your body is in harmony, it takes you a while to trace it.
Yeah.
But if there's an aching part, it is screaming for attention and it slows you down.
Yeah.
Look at my left thumb, left thumb, left thumb.
Yeah.
So you know your body is healthy when it's in peace, harmonious. And if there's a part that keeps calling for attention because there's a problem there, some of the things in pain that call for attention, you have children, everything's okay, then this child begins to problems.
Yeah.
You see a part of our body not working.
Yeah.
Abnormal behavior. Now you have to leave the 99 to pursue the one.
Yes.
So the problem of pain by C.S. Lewis was an explanation of why is there pain also happening to good people, which seems more unfair even.
Yeah.
Why bad things happening to good people?
Yeah.
And his answer was because we are in an unfair world. Because we're in a bad world.
I wanted something else.
And he said, some of these bad things happening to good people are being done by bad people.
Yeah.
We just don't see the connection and we want to blame the one who is, why are you not stopping all this?
Yeah.
And the first thing is to remove your mind from the rut, R-U-T, to remove your mind from the situation. Sometimes pain closes you in so that you don't see anything else.
Yeah.
Because it's screaming for attention, you zoom in.
True.
When you zoom into the hospital bed, when you zoom into the bills, when you zoom in to that problem, you zoom it in, it sucks you in, and you get all full of that energy, that threat, that fear. There's such a magical power in your mind.
There is.
There's so much that what you plug into magnifies.
True.
And while you need to think and solve a problem, you can't solve by avoiding. There's a time to engage it and try to toss and turn. See what you can turn, see what you can change. But we did not know that there's a difference between processing and preoccupation. Most people can't tell the difference, so they preoccupy themselves with that thing and it magnifies so much. Another book has been published. I don't remember the other, but it is a very strong premise that when you think about your problems, you make them to expand. When you continually think about your problems, you actually grow them. You make the threat, the looming, it's like you're giving them a microphone.
True, that makes sense.
You make them louder.
Yeah.
You make them hang lower, like a cloud of threat.
Yeah.
So one solution is, while you don't want to totally avoid and ignore, because you still need sometimes to solve or do something every now and often. Keep coming back there to see what you can do differently. Because part of the pestering problem, one person asked me, is how can I earn better when I'm just a teacher?
Yeah.
government worker.
Yeah.
And I was telling them that the solution to scaling, we were talking about scaling your careers, and it is the path for scaling each type of a career. And for a teacher is to stop thinking like a teacher. Remove your mind that I want to work for 30 years. Stop thinking like a teacher.
Yeah.
And think like a money maker, a treasure hunter, a wealth builder. Take your mind to something bigger.
Right.
And then from that vantage point, you begin to see where are the loopholes, where I never knew that when you're looking for normal pieces of land, you look around from the normal eye view. But those people look for large tracts of land. Don't look like that. They will never see it. You need an aerial view to see large tracts of land that are not yet subdivided.
So you need a private jet.
You need to hover with something.
Yeah.
Drone, choppers,
Okay.
or you need a map, something. You can't move around looking, when you are looking for 100 acres. You need to be able to see where are they possible first of all, before you even go shopping.
Yeah.
You need to change your vantage point if you want to see a different thing. The one thing you're going to change, if you're in that situation, every so often is get out mentally. And one way to get out mentally is to live physically.
Right.
There's a solution to depression that they don't tell you about because it will not enrich the big pharma, the pharmaceutical world.
Give it to us.
Physical exercise. When you live physically and you just do some physical, when you move, there's so much attached to movement that they don't tell us enough about it.
Yeah.
One of the things that happens is you produce oxytocin, relaxing hormones, and another thing is you get to engage different things.
Right.
You get to see different things. You distract yourself positively.
Yeah.
Positive distraction towards things that are less depressing.
Yeah.
Now, that compound, that environment, that house where you are locked in, where you are staying, and problems tend to lock you in.
Yeah.
When you just leave and you're picking grocery there, just taking a walk here, even saying, let me make a phone call on my way this way.
Yeah.
Let me sit at a different place. That alone, there's a way to disengages where you are. Most of the pain, when it is physical, it inhibits you physically.
Yeah.
And it's a little discomfort to move.
Yeah.
Or it can be finances and the worry that I'll go out and incur some cost.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen those reels where somebody steps out and then the bill is going ching, 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 ching?
Then they step back.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They're going innocently with the wife. The moment they step out, she's carrying shoppings.
Yeah.
They step back. Until they figure out, when I go with this person, costs.
Yeah, you remain. Bye.
So when you are suffering problems, you tend to retreat. It is the instinct of hurting animals to hide. In the jungle, when an animal is hurting, it hides.
Yeah.
To try and nurse and avoid problems and predators. We also tend to hide. So remember this. The tendency of your problems is to confine you, to reduce your movement, all the way until death makes us a cadaver, something rigid, stuck. Problems reduce your vibrancy and your motion. One way to defy the problem is to move towards motion.
Right.
And one expert, they call osteopath, the guys who work with your nerves to restore your body. They were saying sometimes it's not the disease that takes away the usefulness of your body. The disease makes you stop applying that part of the body so it withers from lack of use. They said one way to make the disease not to take away your ability, your mobility, is although it's uncomfortable, try to hold something. Try to walk a little bit. If you just avoid using that part because it has pain somewhere, so you don't use all of that hand, the muscles can shrink. They can forget how to be useful because what you don't use, you lose.
Yeah.
Now, that's what happens when we don't fight against the tendency to be closed in. So whether it's a business that is frustrating you, workers that are frustrating, a job that is, and it keeps confining you and you're there in a stress, one way to do is the tea break, the lunch hour, walk the other way.
Just walk.
Get out. Just walk that way.
Like that.
It doesn't look magical, but internally it does something. Naturally, you tend to just You'll sleep on that desk, just retreat in the car, just you continue the enclosure.
Yeah.
You could, and you don't have energy, you're not excited. So you're not likely to think this way. But I want you to, when women are pregnant and they're heavy, the tendency to just avoid.
Just relax.
But what does the doctor say? Your gynae is saying walk.
Another example tied to that one is post-CS.
Yes.
Women are told, in order for the wound to heal faster,
Yes.
you have to walk. And if you don't walk, because the CS makes you feel very uncomfortable.
Yes.
If you don't walk, that wound can be raw for months.
Imagine.
Yeah.
So that, we never knew it applies to so much of our problems because
Yeah.
it is counterintuitive. It feels uncomfortable. It's like you're supposed to hold. Wait, don't.
Yeah, it feels like your body is telling you, shh, don't move. Yeah.
That tendency, and they were saying also, if you have, some people have discomfort on one side of their mouth, so they don't chew with it, and they adapt.
Yeah.
They just adapt.
Yeah.
So they don't solve the problem. Maybe just sensitivity. So they stop chewing that side.
Yeah.
What happens is not just the teeth, also the muscles of that side. Forget.
From 1 to 100 problems.
Yes. And also you can adapt to minor problems like a time when one of your leg was, then you adopt a walking style that you never outgrow, even the problem has gone.
Yeah.
But you adapted to a twisted way of walking.
Yeah.
And you're not careful. If you're not careful, occupational therapists, those people teach you how to adapt to life. How to live differently when you have maybe a sickness or temporary disability. When you are young, when you're naive, you think wheelchair is for those with permanent disability. When you grow up, you arrive in hospital, they sit here. No, I can walk.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're pushing you around. What happened?
Yeah.
You see those stretchers and that's your person now being... So when you grow up, you realize you can have situational disability, situational inhibition, just situational. So there will come a time when you'll be told to do something that you are teaching yourself again. You're coming from the delivery ward and they're teaching you to walk.
Yeah.
To walk, and you think, no, you're used to being independent.
Yeah.
You push yourself, you fall down, you get some discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah. You learn that just like your body behaves when it needs sometimes retraining, your psychology tends to also go when you have gone through pain and loss. You are rising from grief. The African traditional culture was when you are grieved, they don't allow you to close yourself in the house. When you have lost a loved one, they tell you, no, go to the water, go to the river, fetch some water, and go get some firewood. So some friends will go with you.
Yeah.
And you're not doing it for the sake of that thing you're doing. It's you're removing from this. You can collapse and die with it. One lady was sick and she was calling Alphonse in hospital. She was taken saying Alphonse.
Where?
That was her husband who had died. It was a bad story, sad story. And the doctor said, if you don't stop calling Alphonse, you follow him. So the doctor gave her other names. Now say Beatrice.
Yeah.
That was say, who else? You have a brother called who? Michael. Say Michael. You have a son called who? Tom. Say Tom. That way.
Hi, Tom.
Yeah. Which was very graphic of how we need to distract ourselves from the very thing that is pulling us to the abyss.
Wow, that is intense.
Yes. There comes a time that the very thing, the million you lost, my million.
Yeah.
In my village, one old man went to sell a cow. But after he sold it, he was conned the money.
Oh no.
There's some guys who wait for the business people who are carrying cash to follow you. So they followed him and took away the money.
Yeah.
The amount was 5,550.
Hey, that's cow he undersold.
Yes. So when the money disappeared, he came home saying, my 5,550. And then people, 5,000. What? 5,500. So it started just lifting 5,550. That man died doing this. 5,550.
Simon Makonde. Surely Tafadhali, Benjamin, your story. We don't.
Be careful. Where you are 5,000. Careful. This, and I want to tell you, these problems are not teasing.
Yeah.
They will easily take you to the grave if you're not careful. This is not a joke. Let's see how you react. This is not a teasing. No, it's not. When Martha and Mary had lost their brother and she's running out, people said she's going to the grave to cry. Sometimes we run to the grave, to the place of the loss,
Yeah.
to grieve. There's a place for grief. There's a place for writing notes in order to close.
Yeah.
But I don't want you to start worshipping or staying so preoccupied with the problem. In fact, one way to move on from those who died, that you can go and live.
Sawa, Benjamin. We will move on. Oh, we don't want to, but we will.
Is to give yourself limited grief period and then you put a curfew.
Curfew.
Yes, on yourself. I'm not talking to this person again. I'm not calling them. Some graves are just breakups. Okay.
Yeah. And you're on their page for 3 hours.
Yes.
Just maximizing pictures.
And you make contracts with yourself, behavior contracts.
Uh-huh.
If I call, and you tell your friend, if I call this person again, hold this 1,000, don't return it to me. So you start giving yourself covenants and contracts and punishments, small punishments to make yourself behave. What you love, the smokies you carry, those sweet things you love.
Yeah.
But please don't love the sugary things. I came to know sweet tooth is a poison. The nice things you like, the delicious things you love. They are also small treats.
Stop talking to me.
So those small
Stop pointing me.
I was shocked when I learned that we generally have about 5 liters of blood in the circulation. And in that 5 liters, at any moment, it's only 1 teaspoon of sugar that should be there. Equivalent of 1. In the whole, sugar is one of the most strictly regulated. In fact, the measure is from 4 to 7 only. And when you're very hungry, it comes towards 4. When you are very full, it comes towards 7. But when you start pouring, how many teaspoons? 3?
Yeah.
And remember, you're also getting sugar from other foods. Added sugar is a bad idea.
But that's why God gave me a pancreas.
Yes, but it can also get overwhelmed. So one way to move past what is not helping you anymore is to also put deadlines and say, enough of that.
Yeah.
Now I got to move on.
Yeah.
So remove mental. It's not easy, but you can trick your mind into thinking different things.
Yeah.
Join the action. You don't have a job. Go where they have a job. Visit somebody there. Hang out there. Greet there. You don't have the money. It's okay. Don't fear showing up where people have money. No problem. Just that imagination.
Yeah.
Second step is combination of psychology, energy, but it's to believe on destiny and look on the positive side of the whole chaos.
Yeah.
Believe that there's destiny at it. If you read John, where the story of Lazarus, there's a contradiction almost when you don't understand this concept I'm explaining.
Yeah.
Because, okay, Jesus loved Mary and Martha and their brother Lazarus. They were friends, family were friends.
Yeah.
And when he heard that Lazarus was sick, he tarried where he was 3 more days. When you love me and you hear I'm sick, you run, isn't it?
Yes. Jesus.
You don't delay.
Yeah.
And then he learned, he knew that that guy has died. And he told people Lazarus has slept.
Yeah.
Thomas said, he has slept, let's go wake him up. We went with the guy, hey, you wake up. No, then he told them plainly, he has died. And told them, it's good that I was not there so that you may witness a bigger thing.
Wow.
Sometimes love is expressed in delay. He loved them, so he didn't come immediately. For the situation to go to the worst, for the restoration to be dramatic, drastic, so clear.
Yeah.
The news went abroad.
Yes.
Sometimes I want you to believe in destiny, that in the delay there is love. There's an outcome there. I want you to believe that in the whole pain there's a purpose. And we don't know what Lazarus was talented in. We don't know what was his career. We know nothing more about that guy except that he was died and he was resurrected.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not your talent that will impact the world the most. It's the problem you went in and you came out.
Yes.
Just purpose, work hard, shine, change your generation, impact, be genius. No. Sometimes
And lawyers and doctors.
you.
Yeah.
We are looking the direction of performance.
It's true.
Performance. Sometimes it's not the performance. It's how you endured pain and you did not lose hope.
You know, in my journey of interviewing people, especially technocrats,
Yes.
I have come to see that there's always a larger story behind what it is they came to talk about. So like if they came to talk about finances, if they tell me, especially believers, if they tell me the things that God has done in their lives, I find that that is what I want.
Exactly.
Yeah, so there's always, the experience is so powerful compared, yeah.
The micro view of this happened, job lost, children,
Yeah.
same day lost this. The micro view is very depressing.
Yeah.
But the macro view of, I believe there's reason to this, I may not understand it.
Yeah.
When I listened to the genealogy of the descent of who begot who until our Lord came from the lineage of Judah, I wondered, did all of them know that they were serving that lineage? Some of them are very obscure, we don't know them.
Yeah.
I suspected. All Ruth knew that she happened to now finally get a husband
Yeah.
and get a child. And Naomi had finally had a grandchild after she lost her sons, her husband, and she was nursing Obed. Ah, you have a boy called Obed. Thank you, guys. That was a good life. God. They did not know the larger picture, that they did not just get a child. They plugged into the genealogy of the Messiah. Sometimes you have to leave a field for, I don't know what more this serves.
Oh, that's powerful.
I don't know what father who may be inspired more by this. That Harriet Tubman saves 1,000 slaves and she's captured, whatever life, her story seems to have ended there. But how many more people has she inspired to break free, even when she's not alive? Some of you, the things you are doing, you are sowing seeds that will continue to bear fruit long after you are gone. I just want you to believe in destiny and say, my only request is that my pain serves a purpose. Whether I get to know about it or not, it's not about me. There's a larger story. That is what gives you transcendence over pain.
Wow.
That's what gives you the last say, the last word. And that's how you can say, if I live, I'll appreciate. And if I die, I'll still be victorious.
Yes.
And I tell you, if you're bound, I saw a passage saying, those who for the fear of death were kept captive all their lives. When you're so afraid of death, you never leave.
Yes.
Pain brings you close to the end. My friend was suddenly translated from a free guy to making trips to hospital because they went to deliver a child innocently. They were both thrown to ICU, the mother and the child are in ICU. So the guy is being prepared for the end. Sign here, sign here. We are not sure. We are trying this. We are authorize this machines, computers. And he told me, you translated from this normal life to such dark places, uncertainty, and then you introduced to death. You begin to see others who are with your person, they're not there today. You arrive to see how many beds are empty. And this one gone, this one gone. You wonder whether you are next. I hope you don't need to be given such drastic experiences to know that if you can accept that I am not permanent, but while I live, I'll live fully.
Yes.
The day I'm given is a present.
Yes.
You know, you rise from that pain and say, now that I know this is a precious gift, I will do it to the best. In fact, those who are aware, those who view death as a deadline, not destruction, deadline. I have a short time to perform. That's why I'm doing my best. I'm working while it is day, for the night is coming when nobody can work. When you do everything with such zeal and you savour a glass of water,
Hey,
you know,
you savor it.
you enjoy, because I know a time I couldn't swallow it.
Hey.
I know a time could
Yeah.
depend on pie. It had no taste.
Yeah.
When health is gone, things lose taste. You have no favorite food when you're sick. Your favorite is to be healthy.
Yes.
You have no favorite hotels when you have no money, when you're in debt, when you're being tracked down by creditors.
Yeah.
When you're being auctioned, you don't know what is your best food. Right now, you just want to get out of this.
Yeah.
Let this pain only introduce you to intensity, living fully and saying, because I know it can so easily be snatched away.
Yeah.
While it is given to me, I'll do my best. From there, you find yourself, you find you very vain to do injustice to people, to lie, to deceive. Some of these things will be swept away when you're being introduced to life being swept away out of it. Because you know we're already at war in life. You don't want to bring war to anybody. We are all faced by pain of existence. You don't want to introduce pain to anybody. You don't gossip. You don't lie. You just want to avoid causing people pain because you've seen pain. It transforms your view of life. And whenever you can put a smile on a child, on a person, you count that a useful day and say, we can make somebody's life a little bit lighter for the day. I have not lived in vain. Previously, maybe you were so absorbed and minding my business, nobody should bother me. Now you know you should mind the business of those who are suffering.
Yeah.
Now you know those who are alone needs a helping hand.
Yeah.
Suddenly, you are outward facing. One of the most celebrated actors, Keanu Reeves, has a history of pain, loss, grief, this, that. And then he lives a simple life, makes a lot of money, but he's taking the train to be with the people, telling people stories, buying birthday cakes for people, surprising, showing up.
Yeah.
He has seen so much pain. It gives him pleasure to bring some relief. If you do what he has done with the pain, you suddenly become a more transcendent person for having been through pain. Yes.
That was so refreshing, so liberating. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I just want to remind you guys, for a continuation of all these conversations we usually have, please get Benjamin's work. Healing Your Inner Self is very good if you're just coming out of a very difficult situation or in a very difficult situation. Healing is a good book, even if you don't think you need to heal. I think there are parts of ourselves we are never quite aware about.
Yes.
www.benjaminzuluglobal.com is where to get information about all his work. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.
This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heartmans. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.